Hey guys, Fishmonger here. I just got to level 77, which is great because that allows me the ability to fish in Wintergrasp. And Wintergrasp is really nice because you can fish here, and as long as you don't get ganked, you can actually gain 3 very popular fish that are used for high-end raiding to make the fish feast. They are the muscleback sculpin, the nettlefish, and the glacial salmon. There's also the dark water clams, which you get a lot of. You can see I'm starting to get them right now in the 4th slot, and those are often they give you some pearls, which you can get, the Siren's tier, and then also the North Sea pearl. And then they also get you the succulent clam meat, which is pretty good, just to sell or use to make some level 70 foods, which is pretty nice. So I set myself up to fish. And what you should be looking at here, if I'm editing this correctly, is 47 minutes of me fishing in Wintergrasp. I ended up with a pretty dang good success rate, as you can see here. I have it set so every 10 minutes it will use my fishing hat lure, which is what just happened there. It threw the fishing hat lure back on. However, it didn't end up going the full hour or 60 minutes that I was trying to set it up for. I ended up with only 47 minutes, and that's because Wintergrasp started. Apparently, it decided to run Wintergrasp in the middle of my fishing. And I totally forgot about Wintergrasp and the fact that if you're into this area and Wintergrasp comes up, then what will happen is if you don't click on anything to say that you're interested in the battle, it'll port you out. And of course it did port me out, and there was a couple of lovely horde waiting for me there because apparently they just know that's what happens or something, and they killed me, and then I sat dead for a while. I did have the shutdown trigger set basically to check to make sure I was alive. So when it did note that I quote-unquote died, even though I just got ported, but it wasn't able to see the health bar anymore, it did shut down Fishmonger, which was good. However, I did not have anything set for it to do anything special, which is why it just says when fishing is complete, do nothing. So it did what I told it to do, which was nothing. Had I actually wrote log out or exit and close, it actually would have done exactly that. Either locked me out or exited and closed the program completely, which is one way to make it so you're a little bit safer when you're fishing out in the world, because it won't just leave your body standing there in some open field doing anything crazy, or making it look like you're AFK, or just, won't let yourself get farmed repeatedly over and over, because that is obviously not something that anybody wants to go through. Alright, we are now taking a look at my bank alt. This is all the items that I've been fishing for the last 47 minutes that I've mailed to myself. See, I got a total of 11 of the North Sea pearls, 2 Siren's tier, 98 glacial salmons, 89 muscleback sculpins, 88 nettlefish, and 72 succulent clam meat. The Siren's tier and North Sea pearl are actually used in jewel crafting and tailoring, so they're pretty high value, high commodity items. Siren's tier especially, considering it is blue, which means it is rare. Market price for them is pretty good right now. Sitting the lowest one right now in the auction house is 13 gold for bio. The North Sea pearl, it's uncommon. However, it doesn't look like there's a lot of them that are actually being sold, which is why the price is quite high. The lowest buyout is 1 gold, 96 silver. Glacial salmon is also a high commodity fish. This is one of the main ingredients in the fish feast, which is one of the main raid foods that you get. And right now the lowest price is 2 gold just for one of them. Muscleback sculpin, also one of the 3 fish that's in the fish feast. And it looks like on my server right now, the lowest price is a buyout for 45, and that is just for a stack of 18. Nettlefish. This is the 3rd item in the fish feast, and this is apparently overfished because there are a ton of these that are available for sale, which of course is driving the price down. So I would ask these guys, whoever they are, Reg Wolf and Shady Jeff, to not fish as much, or if you're going to, post them in smaller batches. That way it'll help bring the price up, because there's no point in selling fish for so cheap. Succulent clam meat. This is used in a couple of the lower level, the level 70 meals. And actually, I use this a lot for when I was cooking around level 70 to make some pretty easy foods to cook up and get some good buffs with. It's one of those buffs where it gives you like 3 different stats, I believe. which is pretty helpful, especially if you're like a paladin or something that actually make use of 2 of those 3 stats quite well. So this is all the data from all the items that I fished in the 47 minutes, basically noting the market price on every single item. This is price each, and as you can see, it's noted in dollars and cents, but really what this is 15.12 would be read as 15 gold, 12 silver. You know, the succulent clam meat here, being as high as they are, is really throwing off this value. So I'm actually going to just type something else in here to make it a little bit more reasonable, because I don't think anybody's going to buy these for that price, considering the market price is only 45 silver each for these. So with that into consideration, 47 minutes of fishing would have got me around 440 gold at market price, and if I rounded that up to about an hour's worth of fishing and use the numbers that I got, I'd get about 561 gold. And as of right now, the current lowest prices are climbing as high as 700 gold for 1 hour of fishing and 543 gold for 47 minutes of fishing. So you can safely say that an hour of fishing in Wintergrasp can get you anywhere between 560 and 700 gold. Quite a pretty good amount for doing absolutely nothing. One of the things I did notice also here is the fish feasts are currently selling, or at least trying to be sold, for 250 gold for a stack of 20. If we come take a look at the mats on that, we're actually looking at 2 muscleback sculpin, 2 nettlefish, 2 glacial salmon, and 1 northern spice for each. So coming back to here, if we take a look at the raw materials, it would be about 64 silver in nettlefish, about 3 gold in glacial salmon, and 4 gold, 32 silver on the sculpin. Actually brings the total to about 7 gold, 96 silver per fish feast, and he's asking 12.50 for each one of these. Obviously a markup to make some money, and then obviously a markup also because it does require the northern spices, as you can see here, and those northern spices are gathered only through cooking dailies. Personally, I wouldn't take the risk in making the fish feast to sell them, because I actually think the individual items are worth more. However, it might be something to try once I amass a certain number of fish. This is Fishmonger. I am signing out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.